the owner, trainer, all around, do everything kind of person. Just to give you a little bit of history about me, I've been training for about 14 years. I've been doing classes and private sessions and things like that since 2008. I have been fostering and doing rescue since 2001. So I started out with the SPCA, then I had several fosters from lots of different groups over the years. And now, because I got tired of having so many big dogs, because I had 8 big dogs of my own, I started fostering only small dogs. So now I do dachshund rescue, and I love the group that I'm with, and I don't think I'll ever foster for anybody else at this point. It's like I found my home, and it's great. So hopefully you guys have found your home. It's great to foster for a group that's really great. Gives you access to things like this because it's super important to help you to help the dogs. Okay, you're the stopgap. So we're here today because we want to talk about what it is when you guys are trying to introduce dogs to your home dog or to a potential adopter's home dog. Okay, and I know I've had some problems in the past with people bringing their dogs in, and you know, this dog you just picked up from the shelter, and you go, oh, this dog's going to be great, and you've got 2 or 3 dogs at home, and you open your front door, and you let this dog off leash, and all of a sudden you've got a fight on your hands. You're like, well, I don't know what happened. You know, this dog was a great dog. This dog was great in my car, very friendly. Well, this dog is so stressed out. We forget that this dog has been possibly running the streets, possibly been in a home that's been chained up, had a bad home, who knows, right? Gone to a Good Samaritan. The Good Samaritan has now had this dog, so now they've been in another home. Then they get picked up, they get taken to the shelter, so now they're in the shelter. Then the rescue group picks them up. The rescue group takes them to a vet. Now they're at the vet. Then they go to the rescue group. Now they're in a foster home. And the dog says, I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. Okay? This dog is so stressed out. This is not a dog that's ready to go and live in your home. This is a dog that you need to help integrate into your home so that you can help that dog integrate into a new home. So people ask me, sorry, it's really hot. People ask me when you foster, because I've been doing it for so long, and I don't foster real often, okay? And so because I look at these dogs and I think, I love these dogs. I'm going to put my all into these dogs. I'm going to socialize these dogs. I'm going to teach these dogs new things. And I'm going to make them like my dog, but I put this little brick wall and I say, but it's not my dog, okay? I do want this dog to move forward. So they're going to get to a certain point with you, and then they're going to go into their new home, and they're going to sort of expand. Their personality is going to explode. Okay, but when we're way back here coming from the shelter, when you're looking at this dog, you want a dog that can transition from your home into your new home easily. So it's up to you to teach your dogs proper etiquette. Okay? How do you meet a dog? Some dogs don't know. They don't know proper etiquette. We have to teach them. Okay? How do you introduce them to the new dog? Then when you go to a new home, it's always the dogs that live there. It's their first right of refusal. Okay? So if that dog doesn't like the dog that you're bringing in, it's not a good fit. Doesn't matter how nice the dog is, doesn't matter how much they love the people. If the dogs do not get along, it is not a good fit. Okay? So what the dogs talk to me because I know how to listen. So when I take my dogs for a home visit, I watch with the dogs how they interact. I watch how my foster interacts with the humans. Sometimes they go, oh, I really like the people, but I really don't like this dog. Or I really like the dog, but I really don't like these people. Okay, it needs to be a good all-around fit. So the first thing is, it has to get along with the dog, with the existing dog. If that dog's home, that dog's not going anywhere. Okay, so if they don't get along with the dog, it's not a good fit. And they have to get along with the people. If they can't get along with the people, it's not a good fit. And there are perfect fits out there. And you want a perfect fit for your dog because you want this dog to go to their forever home and never come back to rescue. That's our goal. We don't want to have them returned. Yes, if there's an issue, they need to come back so that we can try again and try and get it right. But that dog needs to go to their forever home, and that's where they need to die, in their forever home. Okay? So we're going to talk about what it takes to introduce a dog. First, you're going to have to introduce this dog to your family of dogs. So when I get a new dog in, okay, the first thing I do is I take that dog and I put it out in my backyard and I let it run in my backyard for a bit. Okay? Especially if it's male. They want to mark, they want to smell, they want to see, oh gosh, oh, there's all these dogs out there. Oh, look, there's a squirrel. Oh man, I smell rats. Oh, there's lots of good stuff out here, okay? Get the dog familiar with the environment first. Hopefully, you have somebody that can help you do this. If you don't, I'll tell you how to do that. But if you do, it's much easier. Because once your dog has run that rear at your backyard, you're going to put the dog back on leash and you're going to take them out into the front. Okay? You're going to introduce your dogs outside, no roof over their head, no confinement, in neutral territory. So you want them all out in a place that's not overly familiar to one, so that they're not resource guarding. Okay? In other words, this is my house. I don't want you in my house. I want them to meet outside somewhere. So it'd be just like you were walking on the street. Okay? And it's like, oh, look at that lovely dog. May my dog meet your dog. Okay? So it's always an ask. Okay? And I do what I call the 3-second rule. So the 3-second rule is, when I do it in classes, I have everybody get in a circle. Okay? And I say, when you're ready, we're going to all walk into the circle. Your dog can go wherever they want to go, do whatever they want to do. Some dogs will walk behind you. Okay? Those dogs are saying, oh my gosh, this is really scary, and I want mom or dad to protect me. Some dogs will sort of aggressive lunge and start barking, and those dogs go, oh my gosh, this is really scary. That's not aggression. This is fear. Okay? Fear shows in 2 ways. The dog's aggression and lunging at the leash, and what happens? People go, oh my God, that dog is scary. And the dog says, oh, look, it worked. The scary thing moved away. Okay? So, doing this 3-second rule, we're going to come together. Okay? It's going to give me none of the 3 seconds. I go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to demonstrate it for you so you can see it. And it's always happy, it's exciting, it's fun. There's never anything that is going to be abusive or mean or at your dog. It's like, wee! This is fun! Okay? 1, 2, 3, wee! Come to me. Okay? They get that 3 seconds to sniff, because once you pass 1, 2, 3, all of a sudden you're going to see a lip curl. They decide they don't like the dog. It's like, ooh, I don't like their smell. Or, oh, I don't like the color of their hair. Or, oh, I just don't like the way that dog looks. I have 2 miniature dachshunds, black and tans. They hate small, fluffy white dogs. They've never met a small, fluffy white dog. But if you see a fluffy white dog walking down the street, they will bark and lunge at those dogs. They guaranteed. I don't know why. They just decide, I don't like fluffy white dogs. So outside, front yard, we're going to do our 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Whee! Come back. You see how the treat pouch on? You can always have treats with you. Because you're going to reward the dog that you're working with. Okay, so we reward for things that are good. Reward for things that are sort of scary. Because if they're scary, then they come back and look at me. It's like, oh, that was really good. Thank you. Okay? I'm going to pay them to pay attention to me. I want their attention. But me, 1, 2, 3, good thing. Oh, wee! Yay! Come back. But me, 1, 2, 3, yay! Let's go. Okay? Then we're going to go and do some parallel walking. So it's very easy, calm, laid back. Depending on the dogs, you can start one side of the street here, one side of the street there. Parallel walk. We'll walk all the way. Dogs are looking at each other. Every time the dog looks at each other, yes, mark it. Give them a treat. Walk this way. Yes, you would. Give them a treat. Okay, as they do well, you start getting a little bit closer and a little bit closer until eventually you're sort of walking side by side. Humans in the middle. Okay? And then I'll say, okay, let your dog walk forward a little bit. I want my dog to sniff your dog's bottom. Appropriate greetings for dogs. Nose to bottom. Right? Everybody goes, oh, that's so gross. Like, well, that's where all the scent glands are. And that's where they get all the news. It's like, that's their Dallas Morning News right there. Okay? So nose to bottom. And we're going to do some more parallel walking. We're going to exchange. Nose to bottom on the other side. Look how well they're doing. Okay? Doing great. Now we're going to go to the backyard. Okay? Once you get to the backyard, you leave the leashes on, because I want to be able to grab the dogs if I need to. You're going to let them roam the backyard. And I don't sit down. Never sit down when you're doing this. Okay? Because you need to be able to grab your dog if you need to. Dog's backyard, leash is on. I'm walking. I'm watching my dog. I'm going, oh, look. Okay, well, you know, he's a little worried. He doesn't want to get near that dog. Okay, let's keep watching. Let's keep watching. Oh, look. Okay, dog's ears go flat back. Tail goes straight up. Back all of a sudden gets really stiff. Not a good sign. Let's go grab that leash. Okay? This dog is not real happy. That's a precursor to I'm not super happy. Okay? So I'm watching a dog's body language. Ears are soft, body's soft. You know, we're running around, tail sort of wagging. Oh, we're doing okay. All right, we're going to give it a little bit of time. And then we're going to take them inside. Okay? And inside, we can probably take off the leashes and just let them wander a little bit. That sounds really easy and really fast. This takes me about an hour. Okay? So when you introduce a dog into your home, it's not going to be something fast. Set up your time frame so that you know you have time to be able to do this and do it well. Because if you don't do it well, you're going to have dogs that will aggress on each other, and you're going to have a fight. And I don't want to break up a fight. Yes?
Robin, the analogy I've heard is, please let them date a little before you marry them.
There you go. Very nice.
Yeah. Facebook, maybe have
That's right. That's right. Exactly. So once they get inside, and I'm going through this sort of fast. We're going to do some demos. But once they get inside, okay, you're going to never ever leave your dog unattended with the new dog. Because remember I said that dog's super stressed? Now they're in your home. And it's like, oh my gosh, they've been through all these places. Now they're in your home. They've met a new dog. They're in a new spot. They don't know where they are. They're stressed. Okay? So the likelihood of you leaving your house and leaving these dogs together, of them getting in the fight, is very possible. Could happen 50-50. Could happen, could not happen. So it depends. It depends on the dog. So that dog's going to either be kenneled. Okay? If you don't know how to crate train a dog, that's something that we can send you information on, or we can tell you how to train it. I think every single dog needs to be crate trained, whether they are crated or not. Reason being, if there's ever an emergency, the dog needs to know how to go into a crate comfortably. And I'll tell you why. This is my personal story. So I was out with my Catahoula on 200 acres. We were tracking. We were doing a tracking class. And I was so proud because I got up and I cooked him chicken, you know, this garlic chicken, really nice and stinky because they have to scent, they have to find it in the ground. And I'm watching him and I'm holding my little container of chicken and I don't know what happened, but all I remember is flying through the air, my chicken coming out of the container, and I'm thinking, oh, dang, there goes all that chicken, damn it, you know, and hitting the ground and somebody saying to me, let go of your dog. Because I've trained myself so well that I never let go of my dog's leash, okay? It's embedded in my brain. It doesn't matter what happened. My dog's gonna drag me down the street. I am not letting go of my dog because this dog was a runner. And we were on 200 acres and I would have never gotten to the back. So it's like, okay, I'm letting go of my dog, I'm letting go of my dog. Well, I fell, dislocated my ankle. So my leg was like this and my foot was like this. And so somebody had to take my dog, because I went off in an ambulance, put him in a crate and put them in their car. And when I got back 3 hours later, there was my dog, very calmly, sitting in a crate in somebody else's car. If I had not crate trained him, that would not have happened. Okay? So not only did I keep my dog safe, he wasn't stressed. He was stressed because I wasn't there. But overall, he wasn't stressed. Okay? So, crate train your dogs. When you get these fosters in, you have to crate train them. Okay? Whether the new owner uses the crate, whether you continue to use the crate, it doesn't matter. You need to know how to go into a crate comfortably. Okay? So, it takes about 2 weeks for a dog to settle into your home and to sort of decompress. So when I see these dogs, I do constantly call them, hey, come here, yeah, get here, oh, let me around you. It's like that dog's going, oh my God, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know who you are. And here you're bending over me, which is a threat to a dog. This is intimidation. And you've got your hands in my face, all over my face. And I don't really like your hands in my face. Okay? And the dog goes, okay, you're not getting it. And all of a sudden somebody gets nipped. You go, oh my God, this dog just bit me. It wasn't really a bite. Okay? That's the dog telling you, you are freaking me out. Back up a little bit. Give me some space. Let me figure out where I am. Let me figure out the rules of the house. Okay? So, all these things happen just coming into your home. That doesn't talk about going from your home to somebody else's home. Okay? This is just in your home. So you need to be able to help prep that dog to go to the next spot. And they're going to be stressed going to the next spot because now they've bonded with you, which we want them to bond. I hear so many people say, oh my God, he's so bonded to me, is he going to be able to go somewhere else? Well, absolutely, because if he couldn't bond to you, then he's not going to bond to the next person. But if he bonds to you, he's going to bond again. So you want those dogs to bond, okay? It's really important. So treat the dog like your own. Get that dog to bond. Make sure they're crate trained. 2 weeks to settle in. And after 2 weeks, all of a sudden you're going to start to see his personality emerge. Look at these funny things that this dog is doing. Okay, it's because all of a sudden he's not so stressed anymore. Sometimes what happens is you do start to see some reactive behavior or aggressive behavior after a couple of weeks, because now the dog's going, I know where I am. This is my home. Now I'm going to start to resource guard my food. Or I'm going to start to resource guard my person. Sometimes it takes 2 weeks before that comes out. Okay? But that's something that you as a foster will get to work on. Okay, so this dog has some issues that we're going to work on that I'm now seeing, because it's not this dog just lays there and is very calm and quiet. Because before, it was like they were on drugs. Now, they're coming off the drugs, they're going, oh, gosh, I'm so happy to be in a home. Okay? So, we're going to do the same protocol that I'm going to give you when you bring a dog to your home when it goes to the new home. Okay? That's going to be the 1, 2, 3 meet and greet. I'm going to show you how to do that with my dog. My dog has not been introduced to either one of these dogs. I know both of these dogs. Sam versus are attached to me. So he may jump on me, and that's okay. I'm going to show you what to do if a dog jumps on you and how to correct the behavior, okay? Because people don't want that, especially from a big dog. And this is something that going into a new home, you're going to have to help with. So as a foster, your role is so much bigger, I think, than people think. It's your responsibility now to get this dog comfortable in a home, start to socialize them, give them some rules and some manners, so that the next step they do, what I want to hear when I'm fostering is when my dog goes to a new home, somebody says to me, oh my God, it's like this dog has been here forever. Mm-hmm. It's like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted, because I did all the work on the front end. That's my job as a foster, okay? So I want to make sure these dogs are safe. I'm going to show you the 1, 2, 3 rule. Cooper, this is Cooper, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Gets a little nervous. I'm going to see if he's going to offer us the behavior that I was talking about before. So let me get out Remy, my dog. And he's already working this morning, so he's a little tired. Walk on the right or left? Does he walk on the right or left? Walks on your right, so. Okay, so I don't ever want a dog to go straight up face to face. My dog is a therapy dog. Hey, he's a therapy dog. Loves people, loves dogs. So I can already tell you he's going to pull me. He's going to pull me to go see this dog, and he's going to go pull me to see the person. Okay, thank you for wearing your treat bag. That's not right. Okay. When I say, are you ready? We're just going to walk up to each other. Okay, we're going to let them sniff. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. Move your dog. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I want you to step back with your dog. Call your dog's name. Step backwards. Whee! Okay, so not yet. Ready? Just lightly. You understand? Get it? Okay. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Yay! And you can see my dog's totally not interested in this dog, right? Who is he interested in? Eat-ball. My dog loves Eat-ball. Do you see where he went first? Straight to his bottom. Okay, got the daily news. Thanks, buddy. Okay, I'm going to see if Remy will do that to Cooper. But you notice how Cooper is turning the other way? He's talking to us. Okay? If you listen, what he's saying is he's really nervous. He doesn't want to face us. He's actually looking for mom. But turning the other way, it's like, okay, I don't have to look at those scary things. He's saying, I don't have to look at those scary things. It's just me and my dog. We make him a little bit nervous. Hey, Rem, they'll pitch you out. Come on. Come on. Okay? So, we're going to try it again because I want to see if Remy will go and sniff him. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, yay! Good job! Okay, so you see I did 1, 2, 3. I watched both dogs. Right. My dog's not interested in him whatsoever. Okay, could really care less. He's going for the treat pouch and for the feed ball. Hey, Ram. Yes, good boy. You looked at him? I just marked it. Do you guys know what marking is? Everybody know what marking is? No? I see some blank stares. Okay. Marking, hey, come here, Noodle. Marking is like clicker training. Instead of marking with a clicker, I'm marking with a verbal. So I'm marking the behavior that I like. Hey, Ram. Hey, Noodle, come here. Yes, that's my man. Thank you, big boy. So what I'm telling him is every time I say yes, I can say yes, nice, or good. Okay, I get a behavior I like, I say yes. Okay, he knows that yes equals treats. Yes. That's right. Touch. Oh. Good job, Sylvie. All right. So I'm marking the behavior when I like it. When I go there, it's like yes. Okay. When he does something that I like, I marked it, and then I just call him back. Ready? Come. So I know these dogs are pretty much fine together. This one's a little nervous. He could care less, right? So the next thing I would do is I would parallel walk. So since he wants on the right, he'll just move a little bit this way, and I'm going to come on this side. We're going to walk parallel. Come here. And Remy's actually also a right side walker. Come here. Thank you. Usually we do this with more space. Okay? He knows how the humans are in the middle. And I want to separate the dogs. All right? When you're ready, we're just going to walk to the end. Okay? And then we'll turn around and walk the other direction. Okay? Ready? Let's go. Good job, buddy. And so did you see what I did? I did something Eric didn't do. Hold on. It's okay, you're good. Okay? This is where you have to pay attention. All right? When I turned, I made sure my dog was still on the far outside. Okay? Because if these dogs had never met and I'm not sure about them, I don't want him that close yet. So when I turned, if I had you, I would have turned to where my dog was now on my left side. Because like, ready? Hey. Yes. Good job. Thank you. That was good. So that there's still been us in the middle. Okay? So let's try it again. Here. Great. Good job, buddy. Can you come this way? Thank you. Good job. You can sniff. Thank you. Thank you. Good treats. Good boy. All right. Whoops. Sorry, buddy. Okay. He doesn't mind. Let's go. Switch over. Thank you. Okay, turn. See how I turn around? I changed the leash in my hand. Now my dog's on the other side. Good boy, thank you. Come on. Thank you. Good job. What I'm doing is I'm actually turning very good, nicely good. Okay. Is I am turning so that my dog stays on the outside. Okay? So let's get them out of the corner. I don't ever like dogs to meet in the corner. They can meet now because they're fine. So I just watch these dogs and they tell me, oh, they're okay with each other. I'm going to give them the option to meet if they would like. This is not a forced thing. This is if they would like. It's their choice. And he's nervous. Okay? It is hot in here, but he's panting. Okay? He's giving us a lot of signals that he's sort of nervous. Can you have a treat?
He thinks he's going to the groomer, that's why he hates the groomer.
You know how to say? Yes, thank you very much. Good job. Good job. Good job, boys. He's like, oh, okay, this is really scary, but now all of a sudden, I'm getting a high value reward. Okay? This is pretty yummy. What I have in my pouch is really high value. My dogs only get it for training. This is a deli. It's called Pet Deli. Is it for me? Where's your sit? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Remy. What a good job, buddy. This score's hard for you. Good job. Okay? So I'm telling them, gosh, I really like the fact that you guys are sitting here next to each other very politely. Okay? I'm giving them both high value rewards. If people were to come closer to Remy, I would actually just put my hand out sort of like this and block it. Okay? Because I don't want him in his face when he's eating. All right? Because he may be a resource guarder. I don't know that yet. Okay? But I sat and I watched him. Okay? And it's here, 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 here. No problem. It's very nicely done. Good work. One more treat, Remy? You want to see Remy? You want to see Remy? Now look, who are they interested in? Not each other.
Not even trees and snack.
That's right. Because it's high value. Okay? And they know that they're going to be rewarded for good behavior.
Robin,
Yes.
could you talk about loose leash versus
Yes.
snubbed up?
Yes. Thank you for
Because
bringing
we
that
have
up.
a lot of fosters that are nervous, and so
Okay.
they got the dog tight.
Okay, so what happens? So you notice how loose I've had this leash? And he does get out a little bit. This is a 4-foot leash. Good job, buddy. And I do ask him to come back to me. Okay, this is a dog that's known to me. All right, so you can work with your own dog because they're known to you. I see a lot of people do this. Okay, this is stress to a dog. You have just stressed out your dog no end. Okay, because all the tension on that leash, because you've got all this tension in here, that tension in that leash being wrapped like this says that you're stressed. And your dog says, oh my God, my mom, thank you. You're good. Thank you. Good job, buddy.
She's like, you said good job.
Well, I also train them to watch me because I may ask them to do something, right? So what happens is you're stressed, even though you say, oh, I'm not stressed. You're stressed if you're doing this. And your dog says, oh my God, mom's stressed, or dad is stressed, or this person is stressed. And so that means I have something to be stressed about. So now I'm stressed about, oh, it must be that dog. Okay, I'm going to be stressed about that dog. So you see, I've been keeping a loose leash. If I want to wrap it, I just do one wrap like this, if you can see it. Remy's going to just go around and meet everybody. He's a people person. People dog.
They're persons. You're good.
He loves people. So you definitely want to walk with a loose leash when you're doing that. Hey, Ron. Come on, Bob. Let's go. Thank you. And you notice I'm also giving him a cue when I want him to walk, when I'm ready to go. Instead of just him doing this and all of a sudden I'm walking and I'm yanking my dog. It's like, oh, I don't want to yank my dog. Okay? I want to tell them I'm doing something. So if you hear, I'm saying, are you ready? Okay? I don't know what it is, not the word. But when you say it, your voice goes up in a question. Are you ready? And then you'll see the dog's ears will pick up. You'll say, okay, come on, let's go. Let's walk. Or whatever it is that you want to say. Join me. Okay? Now I'm telling my dog, okay, we're going to be walking. Pay attention. We're walking. We're walking. You can look at the other dog. We're still walking. You look at the other dog. Yes, thank you. Treat. Okay, so as you're walking, when you treat your dog, make sure you're treating them out of the hand from the side that they're on. Okay? Reason being, you're getting a lot more than just having a dog. Reason being, if I treat my dog like this, look at my body language. Okay? Do you see this turn here? The dogs read the body language. They don't know what your words are saying. And then all of a sudden my body goes like this. And they go, oh, you had a treat in that hand. And they're going to follow you all the way across. Now they're going to learn that, oh, every time we're walking, I have to get in front of her because I have to get a treat from that side. So you want to make sure that you treat from the side your dog is on so they don't learn to cross you. Hey, bug. There you go. Yes. He's a boy. So I treat here. So you notice how nicely he's walking. And he will pull me sometimes. Hey, bug. Yes. Good boy. But I'm talking to him the whole time. And I'm watching him. I'm not watching you guys. So when I'm out walking the dog, or I'm introducing dogs, I'm watching the dog. I very rarely see the person that I'm working with because I'm paying attention to what my dog is doing. So I don't even remember what you look like, until I get up and be able to look up and say, oh, there you are. Because I'm paying attention to what my dog is doing. I'm paying attention to what the other dog is doing. You want to bring up Sanders? So we're going to do the same thing with Sanders. We know Sanders is very exuberant. Yeah, we know Sanders really likes me. Okay? So, I anticipate he's going to jump on me. He's going to probably come towards me instead of my dog. okay? And that's okay. And we're gonna do the same meet and greet, okay? So which side does he walk on?
Great.
Okay. So when you're ready, let's just walk them up near each other. You ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Can you say hello to Sanders? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Good job. So you see how fast that goes? 1, 2, 3. And you can see my dog has no interest in these other dogs. He's very interested in people. You know, he can take another dog, he can take them or leave them, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try again. Let's do it again. I always do it twice. That's good. Yes. Good job. Okay. So this was a very good example of how dogs don't ever walk face to face. We're gonna do it again so that I can see if they'll do it again for you, so you can really watch. Dogs do not come like this. Okay. This is confrontation. This means I'm ready to take you on. So even though we're walking sort of towards each other, I'm trying to get Remy to sort of walk off to the side. You can see the dogs turn their heads, okay? And Sanders was a perfect example of it. He sort of turned his head, Remy turned a little bit the other way, and Sanders came up from underneath or behind, okay? They're not gonna go like this. If you see two dogs going like this, you're gonna have a problem, okay? Because now your dog is staring, and you don't want that stare. Stare means, I want to take you on. Okay, so these are two very soft, gentle dogs. My dog is not a confident dog, but I work with him a lot, so he's very comfortable with me, and he knows that I'm going to protect him no matter what. Okay, you ready? Come on, let's go. Did you see them go side to side? Good job. Yes, good boys. Good boy, yes. Good job. Okay. Did you see Remy look up at me when I said yes? Okay, he knew, oh, whatever I did was right, I'm going to get rewarded. Okay, very nicely done. So let's do some parallel walking. You can go over the sun. Here, bud.
I'm curious about the right leg because my trainer always said you walk on the left.
That's old school. It is old school if you're going to do obedience competitions. I don't do obedience competitions.
They only train you on the left.
So the dogs are right or left-handed, just like we are. They have a choice. They have a side whenever they do anything. Like when I teach tricks, you'll see a dog who would like to go one way versus the other. I allow them to choose. So that's my choice to allow almost all my dogs are right side walkers. When I have a left side walker, it's really weird to me. It's like, are you sure you walk on that side? Most of my dogs, when we do tricks, will do right and left. He is a latent learner, meaning things have to sort of go into his brain. He has to ramble around for quite a while, and then all of a sudden he'll go, oh, I think I knew what she wanted. So it took me months to teach him to shake. Because I worked at it, and he was just not getting it on. Oh, forget it. And one day I put my hand out to pat him, and he put his paw in my hand and went, okay. It just took a while for it to connect. Okay, so it's your dog's choice. You can make that choice. I choose to let my dogs kick. Okay, so they like to walk on the right. Most of my dogs do. So since he's a right side walker and he's a right side walker, right? Okay. Even so, we're gonna make sure there's humans in the middle. So we're gonna put him to the left because we're gonna do parallel walking. Good job. Thank you. Good job. Okay. And we already know these dogs are very gentle with each other. Come here, Rem. Hey, you ready? Ready? Let's go. Good job. Ready? Let's go back. So see, you notice he's a right side walker. Good job, buddy. Good job, buddy. Thanks. Good job.
And throughout the whole parallel walking, you're still kind of keeping the loose leash.
Yes. Yep. So if I need to, if I'm hearing, like if I see a lip turn, he's coming for treats. He's working for him. He's slow. I want you to see how patient my dog is, but I'm watching my dog. Remy,
Can we sit?
give a hand cue.
There you go.
One of the things that we're challenged with is these dogs that come to us may or may not have ever even been on a leash.
True.
And they're wild, they're dragging you around.
Right.
So
Treats are super important.
Okay.
Okay? If I need to, I'm going to walk, hey buddy, So let me borrow him.
Yeah.
Can you take Remy? Yes. Here, Rem. Now, I want you to show you the difference in the treats. Okay, hold on. You've got your bag. Look at the treat I have. Pass it around.
Oh, the size?
No, no. I want you guys to tell me which one you think is more valuable.
Oh, like
The soft one.
Yeah.
Smell it.
Oh, do I have to?
Smell it.
And
Smells
he's
good.
Has more of a scent.
Yeah,
He's
it's syrupy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. He's like, Mom, this is better.
I want a good one. Okay. All right.
And what was
So-
that brand you used again?
This I use Pet Deli. It comes out of Oklahoma. I don't know if you can find it up here. I buy cases of it, and I have somebody down near me, near White Rock, that sells it for me. There's other things on the market that you can find. I particularly like this one. Yes.
So that was taking potentially rude behavior and making it
Yes.
positive with training to
Yes.
shake.
And what I'm doing for him right now is I'm getting his brain working back to me. And I know that he can do these because he's been in my class before. Okay? So yes. So what I'm doing is I'm not going to reward him for this. This I'm going to absolutely ignore. I don't talk to him. I don't touch him. I don't reward him for it. Okay? If you talk to your dogs when they do this, you see I'm just going to stand here because he knows, yes, he knows where he's going to get rewarded. It's not on me. Okay? He needs to have 4 on the floor. So when the dogs start to jump on you, and most of these dogs will probably jump on you, you're going to absolutely ignore it. If you push them down, thank you. Good job. If you push them down, you've just touched them, you've rewarded them. You yelled them, hey, get down. Good boy, thank you. Shake. Good job. Does he just have different views for both hands?
He just does whichever one you kind of
Shake
shake
right. Shake left. Yes. Good boy. Okay, so I'm making him work, all right, which is going to utilize his little brain. But he's very excited because I've got really good treats. So as we're walking in, these dogs that haven't been on a leash before, now you see I have all the dogs in harnesses, right? I don't walk in collars, okay? So even an unknown dog, I put in a harness. And the reason being is because they can pull out of a collar, they can choke themselves, they can break their trachea, they can break their esophagus, or they can damage their thyroid. So there's lots of studies now showing that constant pulling here is damaging the dog's thyroids. So they're having to be put on thyroid meds as they get older. Low thyroid or high thyroid will change the personality of your dog. In other words, your dog can all of a sudden become aggressive. Okay? So I always put a dog in a harness because it's less likely they can pull out of a harness versus a collar. Now I personally have harnesses that I like, that are my preferred go-to and something that I sell within my company. And I like those because it just goes over the head and I don't have to stick legs through it. If it's an unknown dog, okay, and you're having to stick, yes, good boy. You're having to stick legs through it, head through it, the dogs are like, this is freaking me out. Okay, so, Sanders. Sanders. Yes, good boy. All right, so put them in a harness. Okay, you can do it in the car because it's in a smaller space. And in that smaller space, you're going to have better access to that dog. Okay, get him in a harness. Yeah, good job. Okay, and so now the likelihood of him pulling out of harness is less. Dog's really a puller. I don't know him, right? Here's my leash. They'll say hand. He's a right side walker. Even if he wasn't, I'm going to try him on that side first. See where I'm holding my leash? I'm going to hold it down here. I've got a nice C here, so it's relaxed. But I have more control here. Okay? I don't have control back here. This dog is pulling me. Okay? I can't reach the dog. So if I'm down here, I can even do this. See how I'm holding my leash? And treat. So as I'm walking, and I'm trying to parallel walk with this dog, here's my treat. Come on. Right here. Okay? I'm just mushing into his mouth. So I have the soft treat. All I'm doing is I'm extruding it out. I'm extruding it right out of my fingers, okay, into his mouth. So he's sort of paying attention to me, but he knows this dog is still here. Okay, so that he's not barking, lunging, pulling, whatever, dragging me down the street. He's going to stay with this treat. He's not going anywhere. It's like, oh, that's pretty good. Come on. Yeah.
And if retractable leash, throw it away.
Yes. Those will take off your finger. They're very dangerous. You can't control them. If you turn to go down and, it's all right, Remy, you're okay. You go to grab that leash because your dog is doing something, you will cut your hand.
We've had several donated and they go in our trash can.
Yes. So in my business, when I'm out training, I will take, if somebody has retractables, they know they're not allowed to work with me, I will trade them a regular leash, and I take that retractable as trade. I cut the clip off, and I make a video of it. I'm getting rid of the retractable. I cut the clip off so that nobody else can use it, and the rest of it goes in the trash. Yes, thank you. So you see, I absolutely waited for him. He's self-rewarding right now. Okay, this is a self-reward. He's a little nervous, and he likes me, and he likes the treat. Good boy, yes, thank you. So I'm going to reward for all the nice things you reward, Remy.
Okay, so I have a little bit of a question
Yes.
in regards to how well he's focused on you.
Yes,
Amanda and I kind of shared Prince. And,
Yes. I like Prince. He's a good
She
dog.
met him.
I met Prince.
He, I
Very
have a
exuberant.
little, yes, because I have his counterpart that's more dead.
Is she a pet?
No, I mean, she's just real.
Yeah, it's like a chia pet.
And, but I snap
Uh-huh.
and I see like certain things you're doing and he gets very, and Prince, so I would snap, snap, snap to make Prince stop.
Uh-huh.
And like Magnolia would get up from sleeping and come over and be like, what do you want? I would
Yes.
sleep.
Yes.
And so what do you do,
So I hate the snap.
like, to,
Differentiate.
like when you have a new one and you're trying to get it to do what you want?
So you're going to call it by name, whatever name you give it,
Uh-huh.
okay? And you're going to teach that dog that name. You're going to embed that name. So I personally hate the snapping. It drives me batty. I was at a restaurant with my dog, and there was somebody next to me buying a dog, and they were constantly doing this. I finally turned around and I said, really? Can you please stop snapping? I don't like it. Your dog doesn't like it. It doesn't do anything. Humans, I don't know why humans do that. I see lots of people that do that, and I have to tell people, please don't snap. So I'm going to call them by name. And if they don't have a name, one of the really good ways to get a dog to you is okay? At high pitch, it's a little tone. We use that a lot on puppies. Like you see, he's watching. Boy. Thank you, Remy.
Yep.
So y'all want you to see how many treats I'm giving Sanders versus how many she's giving Remy. And it's not to say it's bad or good. You want high rates of reinforcement, okay? So I'm reinforcing him for everything that he's doing well. This is very stressful for these dogs. I mean, they're having to use their brains. They're having to figure out, I can't bark, I can't do this, I can't jump, I can't do all these things. What can I do? Use my brain, pay attention to that person that I don't really know, and she's giving me cues. She's making me sit, down, stay, swirl, shake. So what am I doing? Okay, so I'm giving him lots of reinforcements to say, hey, you're doing a great job. This place might be a little bit scary, but by the time we're done, he's going to love this place. Okay, because he's equated it with something good. So he says, oh, I'm getting really good treats. I'm being paid $100 every time I do something. Man, I like this place. I want to go back. Okay, I do the same things for the vet clinics. Okay, I take my dogs in just randomly. I will take my dogs, if I have my dogs out running around doing something, I stop at the vet clinic. I always have treats, always have treats. And I'll go into the vet clinic, oh, let's get weighed. Let's go see a couple of the staff members, get a couple treats, and go home. Okay? If you have a dog that's really scared, you can say, can I go walk into one of your rooms for a few seconds? Walk into a room, treat, treat, treat. Yeah, you're all done. Okay? Get your dog to learn to love the vet. My dogs love going to the vet. They see nothing bad with going to the vet, no matter what's done. Okay? Because I do that with them. If I were to take my dog out here, I would be treating. Okay? Because I want him to associate being someplace like this with something good. Yes?
One thing we learned the hard way many years ago, if you don't crate train your dog, and your dog suddenly becomes very ill and has to stay at the vet, guess what? They're going to be in a crate.
Yes.
And that's going to stress them even more when they're sick. They're at a vet, they're stressed, they feel bad, and now they're in a confined space.
Right.
So another reason to crate train every dog, whether or not they need to crate or not.
So you recommend using the treat process with the crate training?
Absolutely. So I don't do any aversives, meaning I don't do any thing that negatively impacts the dog. I don't use shock collars, I don't use prong collars, I don't use choke chains. I don't kick my dog, I don't push my dog, I don't pull my dog. Okay, I ask them, I request. It's a request. Sometimes they don't get it on the first time. I'll ask again. If they don't understand it, I'm going to show them. I'll say, no, excuse me, I want you to come here. So if you, yes, good boy. If you didn't know how to do that, when I start training, I put the treat right here. And I say, come here, I want you to come. Follow that treat. Oh, look what you just did. I know, Noodle. I know you know that you too. So, I want to go back to, here we've just done our parallel walking. Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
You can address it anytime. We wanted to know about dogs mounting behavior.
Okay, so mounting behavior is a sign of excitement or wanting to play, initiate play. So I do interrupt behavior. It's a behavior that is common to dogs. There's nothing wrong with it. It is not that they're trying to dominate. Dominate has gone out the door, 25 years ago. It is an initiation of play, or they're just super, super excited. When I had all my Aussies, when I had 8 dogs, I had Aussies, Border Collie mix, and I used to have conga lines in my house after dinner. And boys and girls, boys and girls. I'm like, oh my God, you guys, stop. Because they were super excited. They got their dinner, it was really great, and now they're ready to play. Oh, let's show each other how excited we are. So I do interrupt it. Excuse me. Okay? If they don't get off and I say, that's one of my words, excuse me, because I'm into body language, I don't do no. What did I tell you guys this was earlier?
Threatening.
Right. What does no do? No. Okay? My shoulders always go back. Hey, excuse me. I mean, I've watched myself go, oh, my neck goes forward, my shoulders go back. So I'm opened. Okay, I'm not threatening my dog, but I'm saying, hey, excuse me, what do you think you're doing? I have a whole conversation. Excuse me, what do you think you're doing? That's inappropriate behavior. I don't like that. And my dogs go, okay, she doesn't like that. They don't understand all my words. They hear, wah, 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 wah. Whatever. But then they see what my body's doing. And go, oh, she's saying she doesn't like that. So yeah, so just interrupt. Okay, so it's an excuse me. They don't got off. I just go over very calmly, take them by the collar, go, excuse me, and take them down. Okay? And you will get that with fosters for the first few days. You'll see it a lot, especially if they've just been neutered. They still have all that testosterone, and so they're just like going to town. It's like, oh, if you can live through that, you're really good. Okay, so I know both these dogs. We've parallel walked. Okay, next thing we're due is where we're going to go next. We've walked in the front yard. We've done parallel walking. We're going to the backyard, right? So now we're going to go to the backyard. We're going to drop our leashes. They can do whatever they want to do. And I can tell you, they're not moving because we have treats. Okay, so this is where I would just sort of walk around. Hey, Remy, you're okay. Free. Okay.
Would you take the treat bag off first?
Nope.
No, okay.
Nope. Yes, good boy. Thank you. So, please get a snap to the reward my dog. Thank you for letting me do that to you. Good job, buddy. Good job, boys. Thank you.
It's interesting as this all translates into the workforce also, because if you treat your employees a lot the same way,
Yes,
then you're going to get the same results that you're going to get from the dog.
exactly.
That's
Sniffing?
Let them sniff each other.
That's right.
30 seconds and then pull apart. I'm talking about the reward system. Reinforcing expectations, not yelling, screaming.
Well, like with kids too.
It's-
Things that work.
So you can see with these dogs, they can hear that, right? They like the treats. That's right. But they're not worried about each other. They're not showing lips to each other. They're not getting that little lip curl. I see very soft bodies. This one's harder to tell because he has no tail. Right? So it's harder for him to tell you what he's thinking. Okay, good boys, thank you. Good job.
If they do lip curl, what's the next step?
So if they lip curl, we're going to go back and we're going to separate them back out and we're going to try and use some more parallel walking. Okay, we're going to definitely separate them. Because lip curling, he's telling you, I'm not happy. I'm scared, I'm frightened, whatever the case may be, I don't like you. Whatever it is, I'm going to separate those dogs at that point. I might come back and try it again a little bit later. I might say, okay, we're going to stop this. I'm going to put one in a room in the house and the other one gets out with me. Or one in a crate in the house. Not in the center of the house where closed off spot where they can just chill out, okay? And then we'll try it again. I'll say, okay, I'm gonna try it again when they're not so stressed out. Because we just came from the shelter. Oh my gosh, this dog doesn't know where he is, right? So I saw that lip curl, and it may be those dogs don't get along. But you don't really know when you're first trying to do introductions like this. It's like, oh gosh, that's really scary. Let's just go chill out and see if we can try it again later and see if we can make it work.
Same thing with growl.
Same thing with the growl. Don't ever train a growl out of your dog, okay? Your growl is your warning. So don't ever reprimand a dog for a growl. I'm gonna listen to that growl. I'm gonna say, oh my God, this dog is telling me that they're very frightened. And I'm gonna listen to that. If you train a growl out of a dog, you will be bitten and you won't know what was coming because that's your warning. So don't ever train a growl out of a dog. It's scary to hear the growl. And I go, oh, okay, he's telling me something. Okay? He doesn't like what's going on. Let's just back up. So I'm going to put Remy up for a minute. I want to try my dog George over here. Hang on to see which one we get.
Hey, Robin, while you're doing that, what about multiple dog households?
So you do one dog at a time. Is that what you're asking? Good job, buddy.
Who do you choose?
So it sort of depends on the dog that I'm taking in. I sort of look at the dog that's the new dog for me, and I'll say, you know what, this dog is like really over exuberant. Want this? And I'm going to try my little dog first because I know she's a little calm. Or, you know, you have to look at your household and decide which is going to be the best match for an initial breeding. You okay, buddy?
Think about who's going to be successful.
Yes. So, because I have 3 dogs in my house now, I'm down to 3. It's just not dogs I've had in 25 years. I have to decide which one am I going to eat first. Okay? And that's one that I'm going to bring out first and introduce to.